He's going to join now.
Surprise!
Surprise!
Hi, Frank.
Surprise!
What's up?
Did we get you?
I did not expect anything, so yes, probably.
Yeah, so just in case it's not clear yet, this is not your one-on-one with Bas.
And apparently not. Apparently not.
Hi, good morning, Frank.
Good morning. How is everyone doing?
We are good. We're very happy to have you here today. I mean, today it's a bittersweet day. We are happy that we get to celebrate you, but we are also sad that you're leaving. So we wanted to do something special for you. And so we are hoping the first surprise has caught you quite by surprise like we wanted.
I didn't expect 66 persons on the call, so yeah, so far
And
so
we-
good.
Okay, good. But then we also have something else, a surprise for you, given that we are expecting a speech from you at the end of this.
At
We
the end
will
of
be-
this,
Yes, we will be expecting a speech from you shortly.
I'm already doing one tomorrow.
No.
So
today
I have
is-
to do two different speeches.
Yes, you have to give us a speech for today. We will be
Okay.
expecting it, just to give you a heads up so that we don't again surprise you completely at the end.
Okay.
Okay, great. So team, thank you so much for joining in. As you all know, Frank has been such an integral part of management from back when it was like a two-man army up until now. People in the management team, they've worked very closely with Frank. They all have wonderful things to say about him. And now that he's embarking on his new journey, we want to give him his flowers now. And so first, we have somebody who always needs access from Frank. He's always telling Frank, I need access. Can you give me access? So right now, I am the one to give the access, and I'm giving access to our Chief Executive Officer, Bas, who has a special message for Frank.
Oh, thank you very much, Sylvia. So sorry, Frank, to hijack the one-to-one. We needed an excuse, so this was it. And I'm actually honored in this case that the team nominated me to go first. So usually that's not what anybody wants, but in this case, it's an honor. So, this is not a normal day, not for you, but also not for us. So, I don't think for anybody on this call, actually. So, I was thinking about what to even say to you, because, APO without you, that's something only very few people can imagine. I think there's only probably 2 people that can remember that. I might be wrong, but I think it's only Tracy and Nicholas who can remember that, right? So yeah, APO without you, it's going to be a little bit awkward. It's going to be quiet, and it's going to be way less fun. That's for sure. I guess what I'm trying to say is that you'll be sorely missed, and I can pretty safely say that I'll speak on behalf of everybody to say that. Now, I'm in the very fortunate position to take over the management of some of the people that you have managed. But that also means I've got some very big shoes to fill. So, I've got a mountain to climb there. One thing I'm worried about is that everybody will start asking me for money, because the man with the money is soon to leave. And you've done it all, right? I mean, you've done finances, you've done the IT, and you've done all those operational things. So my hat's off to you. That's an amazing job. So much respect. From a personal perspective, I think I met you the first time, and this is very strange for a remote-based company. I think the first time I met you was actually in person in Cascais. I don't think we've ever spoken until I was there. I might be wrong.
Very much possible. I'm not 100% sure, but yep.
I think it might be the case, but we sort of got on to a good foot from the get-go, and since then you're one of the very few people that you can have 10 bullet points on the agenda and you can do a meeting in 5 minutes. So it's wonderful to work with you. We're very like-minded in the sense, so that it was always an absolute pleasure to work with you. So thank you very much for that. And it wasn't always just work. We had a couple of very good laughs as well. I can remember especially in the beginning days in my previous stint with APO, that you had a French saying or idiom, and you managed to translate them into English. That was absolutely brilliant. I'll never forget that. And I don't know how you did it, but you almost every day you almost had a new one. So that was quite impressive, I have to say.
I ran out.
Huh?
I ran out.
Oh, you ran out. I actually Googled some of them to see which one I could use, but my French is so bad that I didn't want to, bastardize the language. So, I didn't want to do that. But I couldn't find it. I couldn't find more than 100 probably. But anyway, I guess what I want to say is that I'll miss you. I'll miss your wit. I'll miss your sense of humor, your super dry and to the point remarks, and your very sharp brain. So, I wish you all the best in your future adventures. I seriously hope we will hear from you at some point in time. And who knows, hopefully we'll run into each other at some point. That would be an absolute honor. So thank you very much for everything, and all the best. And just a general message for everybody else on the call is that, well, no, you cannot get more money just because Frank is leaving. Okay, just to make that very, very clear. And that means it's now time for me to hand over to Loanette.
Thank you, Bas. Sure. I keep reminding myself that I'm going to meet you later in the meeting, Frank, so that I don't cry now. But I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Sorry. It has been an honor working with you for the past 5 years. HR can sometimes be very lonely. I'm really sorry.
You're gonna get me emotional, which never happens, right?
I just want to say thank you. And I hand over to Leila.
Thank you, Loanette, for for this wonderful handover. Easy one. I'm the newbie here, and I've only joined in January. But Frank, I truly feel like I've been learning from you from far much longer. Because like 9 months have been a wonderful decade for me. And I'm not just talking about Excel stuff. I guess the ones that know me and have worked with me know that's the lost case. I'm a total lost case. But all jokes aside, what I've truly learned and gained from you is something that is far more valuable. And it is how to be a beloved and supportive leader and colleague. Your patience, I think, has been a gift to all of us. And you've been one of the one person, obviously, other than our founder and chairman, who really, really knows it all. And yet you have certainly, to me, never made me feel small for not knowing, no matter how many times I'll be asking you the same question over and over and over again. Whether it is, breaking down or trying to make me understand complex formulas, or just simply being there to listen, to allow me to vent, you have always had the time, the wisdom, and the hearts to guide all of us. In the last few months, I've have watched you effortlessly balance the weight of the numbers with the lightness of your laughter. And it's not just about, again, I'll keep referencing it, but you know why. It's not just about the spreadsheets. You already know that I'm totally in awe of of you and the magic that you pull. And this is something that no matter how hard I try, I'll never fully understand or grasp. But it's really about how you've led us with grace, a good mix of grace and humor. And you had the ability to make even the hardest days a little bit brighter. And your humor is definitely what I'm going to miss the most, because it has been a lifeline during those times. So I guess that's much like my colleagues. What I want to say is a big fat thank you, Frank. Thank you for showing us what true leadership looks like, and for reminding us to laugh when things get hard, and for never giving up on trying to teach me those Excel formulas. We'll miss you more than words can say. But I think one thing I know for sure is that we are all in this company better, smarter, and luckier for having had the privilege of working alongside with you. And now I'm gonna just bastardize the language, reference to Bas' sentence, and et comme on dit en français, ce n'est qu'un au revoir. And I'll pass it to Rania.
Thank you, Leila. And thank you, Leila and Lonette, for putting us in this mood. I'll try to act a bit stronger. I want to thank you, Frank, genuinely from the bottom of my heart for everything, for being an exceptional leader, for being a colleague who is very fun to work with as well. I always portray you as a source of knowledge for us and also a sense of reassurance for the team. If my team can relate to this, this is a comment which they regularly hear from me, is let me check with Frank or let me confirm that this is okay. And I'm sure Frank will resolve this and find a solution. That is something very common, which I tend to say to my team. Thank you for always being someone who stands up to our challenges. In spite of being a policymaker, you're always lenient in making things work. You always lend a helping hand when needed. And as I always said, a source of reassurance to us. You're leaving us with a legacy of leadership that will continue to inspire us. I'm wishing you the best in your next chapter. I'm already confident that it will be a new journey of success. Thank you, Frank. Over to Michelle.
Thank you, Frank. I hope you can all hear me. I'm not 100% sure. Okay, sorry, I'm working. I've got a technical issue on my laptop, so I'm working off my phone.
Michelle, are you there? Michelle?
No,
Michelle?
you're not.
Michelle?
Oh.
Can somebody hear Michelle?
So Frank, I'm not really sure where to start, but for me, you've been my safety blanket at APO, my SOS. Right from day one, I always knew you were the person I needed to go to if I ever got stuck. At no point during my numerous reach outs have you ever been unapproachable. At times when I would classify myself as in a right old flap, basically I've always known I could reach out and the door was open. So I thank you from the bottom of my heart for your calmness, your realness, your kind nature, and your willingness to always help and find a workable solution for something. I wish you the very best. I wish you the very best for the future. And I know that wherever you go, you're going to make a great success of it. And I really hope that sometime I can come join you in Paris and go experience one of those amazing rock concerts that you always talk about and get to meet you in person. So thank you and good luck. Okay, and now I'm going to hand over back to Lynette.
I'll take it up from here. Yeah. Let me, yes. So thank you so much, everyone. Frank, as you've heard, it's really hard to convey our feelings in words or what we want to tell you. Like every time everybody on the team has tried, we've fallen short of how to expressly capture what we want to say. But what we want to show you next is just a little tiny labor of love from us. It's a collection of memories from across APO, really. And in APO, we are all over Africa and the world, so to speak. So this is just a collection of memories and things that we have learned from you and what we'll miss about you. And we really enjoyed making this video. So obviously, like I said, we can't really capture anything because your impact is immeasurable. But hopefully when you catch this little snippet, it's going to give you the reflection of how we see you and what you have been able to do for us, the kind of person you are, an amazing colleague, a genuinely helpful person, always a man of action, the money man, always ready to help. So we hope you enjoyed watching this as much as we enjoyed making it. So here's what your colleagues had to say about you, Frank.
Hi Frank, it's been a privilege working with you. Here at APO Group, your presence will be missed. I remember during my orientation onboarding call, you mentioned to me that I won't frequently interface with you. With that said, I wish you nothing but the very best in your new endeavors. All the best. Thank you.
Hello, Frank. Hi, Frank. I think my fondest memory of you is quite a couple, from being the tech guy to being the money man. You have been quite instrumental in the influencer management scope of APO. I remember when we were doing our first project and we were just trying to deal with all the necessary requirements for influencers and the contracts. You really came through for me on that, and I truly appreciated it. Now the influencer scope keeps getting bigger and bigger, and it's all thanks to you. We're going to miss you very much, me especially so. We'll miss seeing your emails, especially at the end of every month. As you embark on a new chapter, we just want to wish you all the best. I know it's going to be something great. And at this point, I would like to nominate you for the Lifetime Magic Maker Award at APO. So all the best in your new journey, and don't be a stranger. Bye.
Hi, this is Caroline from the finance team. I've had the privilege of working with Frank for the last 3 years now, and it's been an incredible journey so far. My first interaction with Frank was during my interview, and I remember thinking how serious he was. He was not smiling at all, and I couldn't tell if I was doing well or not. So I was pleasantly surprised when I was invited to become a part of APO Group. And since then, I have gotten to see the other side of Frank, that he's a very approachable and friendly and relaxed guy. In fact, I remember one town hall where he gave us a little more information about himself, and he told us that he likes music, and in fact, he goes for 20 rock concerts a year. I was so impressed. I thought, this is the coolest boss I've ever had, and truly he has been the coolest boss I've ever had. It's been an incredible journey of support all through. Ever since I joined, ever since I was new and I didn't know much. Frank was busy, but he always had time to help me, time to guide me, time to advise me. And so I never felt stuck at all. It has been a very collaborative working environment. He's allowed me to do what I need to do, always knowing that he's there to support me. He's always encouraged me to also be more and do more, because he's always been confident in my abilities and in my strength. And so when he told me that he was going to be leaving APO, I remember being very shocked, because for one, we had just been the two of us in the finance team for a long time. And so I remember wondering, how can APO be without Frank? How is it possible that for Frank not to be in APO group? But I'm thankful for the time that I've been able to work with Frank. He truly has been a supportive manager, and I've learned a lot from him, including a few French words. Sometimes we'd be in a meeting and he'd just start talking French. So that was really funny. But I've really learned a lot from Frank, and I've really felt the support from him. And he has been an incredible manager and an incredible person all around. And that is why I vote for Frank to be the magic maker of the decade.
Hi Frank, I'm wishing you all the success in your new journey ahead of you. Thank you so much for being such an important part of the APO leadership team. I really thank you for your guidance over these past 3.5 years, for your willingness to answer any questions, whether it be on payments, processes, or even our pay slips. You've always been quick and to the point when answering, which we appreciate. And that is why I would like to nominate you as the APO Magic Maker of the Decade. All the best on your journey ahead, Frank. Thank you.
Hello Frank, it's Hazel over here. I would like to wish you all the best as you embark in your new journey. My memory of you always remain our first interaction beyond the onboarding call. It was when my second month salary after joining APO had delayed. You proactively reached out to me and kept me updated on what was going on. I didn't even have time to worry or to even begin to question what kind of an organization I had joined. You made sure that everything was resolved smoothly. Thank you for that. Since then, you've always been accommodating, and whenever I reach out for clarity on work-related issues, you've always been very helpful. I would like to nominate you as the Magic Maker of the Decade. Wishing you all the best.
Hi Frank, it has been a wonderful experience working with you for the past 4 years. You have always been a strong support system for my entire team and me. Whenever we hit a roadblock, the first person we would reach out to is Frank because we are sure of getting a definite solution. Your one-liner solutions are so strong that it can magically end any mail trail conversation no matter how long it has been happening. Have always been a big fan of your quirky one-liners, and the top one would always be the toothpaste one. A PR is like a toothpaste. Once it's out, there's no getting back to it. And that's why I vote Frank to be the magic maker of the decade.
Hi, Frank. Well, what can I say? 12 years, that's a long time, but I think it was a great story, and I've been lucky and fortunate to share a part of it with you. What really stays in my mind in this story is about how your well-structured mind was translating everything that we saw in the documents, all the complex things that we had to consider into numbers, and I've seen it firsthand, and it's actually quite magical the way you handle it in Excel. And all of that with my experience across the globe that I've seen, I think you should be named as the magic maker of the decade. Yeah, for me, it's a lot of things to be said, but I will just limit myself to saying thank you, and also good luck for your new adventures. Thank you, Frank.
Hello Frank, I hope you're doing well. It's really sad to see you leave APO. I want to thank you for all the support what you've given to us, especially for me and the team. It was always great to learn with you. Whenever I had issues, I definitely reached out to you, and you always encouraged me, supported me. Thank you for so much for this, and I wish you all best for your future with lot of happiness, success, great health and everything. And I would like to nominate you for the Magic Maker of the Decade. Thank you.
Dear Frank, as you prepare for the next chapter in your journey, I wanted to take a moment to express my sincere gratitude for the support and guidance you have provided during your stay here. Your leadership and encouragement have made a significant impact on my experience. I am very grateful to have had the opportunity to learn from you. I am wishing you all the best in your future endeavors. I am very confident that you will continue to inspire people and achieve great things. Your dedication, vision, and encouragement have truly made a difference. For that reason, I would like you to nominate as the Magic Maker of the Decade at APO Group. Thank you once again. Wishing you all the best, Frank. Thank you.
Dear Frank, it's so hard to put in words what a backbone you've been to the entire APO family. Your unwavering support, your kindness, your dedication have always made such a huge difference. While I'm sad to see you go, I'm incredibly grateful to see you begin another chapter in your life. Just know that your impact will always remain with us, in our hearts, in our lives, with APO family. Wishing you the very best in your next chapter. And by the way, I'm officially voting you for the Magic Maker of the Decade because your influence has been magical. It's been so hard for me to record this message, Frank, because you are one person that I've known for quite a long time at APO. After I found that you have been so supportive, so understanding, and it's sad to see you go. But at the same time, I'm happy for you that you're starting another chapter in your life. And I wish you nothing but the very best. Your influence and impact will always remain in my heart.
Which decade?
Gosh, okay. I think we all need to take a moment. That was really quite something. So, Frank, from what I gather, there's several labels that have been added to your name. So you are the fixer, the guy everyone goes to with any problem they have. And then you are the Excel guru, the wizard. There's no formula too hard for you. You have a wicked sense of humor, also very dry. Also the APO encyclopedia. And the money man. Do you think there's anything we've left out?
Well, my proficiency to swear during meetings, I guess.
Oh yeah, sorry, and I forgot the rock music aficionado.
Mm.
Yes. Anything else I might have forgotten?
It's funny because when people asked me what I did for a long time before I was officially in charge of finance at APO, when people asked me what I did, I told them I was a reificateur. So that's a French word, which means basically I make things happen. Right?
Yes.
And that's so when people were asking me what job I did, I make things happen, it's just my role is to do that. So yes, it has been that for a while, and it still is a bit today, even if much less so. But yeah, it's
Okay. We've actually added something else. So you might have heard everybody. We did, as usually, did our survey, and we conducted the elections, which were very credible, by the way. There was no rigging whatsoever. And we had people nominate the Magic Maker of the Decade, actually the Lifetime Magic Maker Award at APO. So this has been a long-standing tradition here. For those who are especially in the public relations and strategic communications department are very familiar with it. So Magic Maker is, like the name suggests, somebody who creates magic. Like you go out of your way, you demonstrate outstanding service, exceptional teamwork, dedication, and all-round personality, really, that is a joy to work with, both for colleagues and for clients. And so all these people, like you've heard, they did nominate you. We are saying the Magic Maker of the Decade, but really, when you think about it, it's really the Lifetime Magic Maker Award at APO. And it gives me great pleasure to give you, apart from all these other great titles that you have.
Sylvia, sorry,
Mhm.
I think Frank, is there someone at your door?
no.
Yeah.
Is
Maybe
there?
you should check. You should check, Frank.
Maybe I should check,
Mhm.
Yeah.
like the
Now.
downstairs door.
Number 1 Piver? I don't know.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, probably downstairs then.
Okay.
No, here. Bonjour. Merci. C'est ça, c'est moi. Merci beaucoup. Bonne journée. Au revoir. Okay, so we found the apartment. Great. So what's in there? Let's see. I have a beautiful crown.
That goes
I
on
guess
your head.
I'm supposed to wear it, I guess. I'm
Mhm.
just checking if there's a way. Wait, because with the up headset, it's a bit difficult. All right.
Mhm.
I have a smaller crown, so
Oh,
I'm
that's
supposed to put 2.
Throw that one away. That one broke. Sorry. Okay.
And there's a box as well.
Mhm.
Now for my unboxing video. Wait, maybe I'm gonna disable. Let me just, so you can actually see what's happening. Give me 1 sec. Up. Okay. Box. Up.
You know, Frank, I did say that you would want to unbox because you have influencer aspirations and they didn't take me seriously, but I'm glad that you've proved me right.
So,
Mhm.
well, in the box, it says Magic Maker of the Decade, Francois APO Group, September 2024.
Yes.
Thank you very much for that.
Congratulations on your
It's
very
very good.
well-deserved win, Frank.
There is only one, right? The next one is in 10 years. Like it's like the next one is in 2030 or something, right? Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for that.
You're very welcome, Frank. And now for another very special surprise, I'd like to give the floor to someone who is always on your case for budget. Keyword is budget. Will you guess who that is? No? So I'd like to give the floor now to Lornette, our Vice President of Culture and People. She has also a special surprise for you.
Thanks, Sylvia. Sorry about earlier, Frank. I actually had a good speech prepared, and my colleagues during practice said I was good. So I'm just kidding. Well, anyway, if you think you are leaving, you are mistaken. So as you heard from everybody in the all your colleagues, you are the guy with the answers, you know everything. So of course, when we heard you leaving, we kind of freaked out and we came up with a solution to create a digital version of you. And before I unveil it, I just want to give some context to my other colleagues on the call. I don't know if you guys know, but we are busy building an intranet where you can ask questions and where you can access information. It's still under development, but with further ado, please meet our intranet. It's called Frank. So whenever you have a question, you can always still go to Frank. So Frank, you're not leaving us. Thank you, Sylvia.
That's very nice.
Yeah, so that's the new intranet feature. It's Ask Frank, the man with a plan, the man who always knows what to do. So we are glad that we're going to have Ask Frank left behind for us. And now at this point, I'd like to welcome somebody who's known Frank the longest on and off work. He really has something special to say to Frank. And I don't know, Frank, this is going to be a hard one to guess, but you could just try. Who has known you the longest on and off APO?
Well, obviously.
That's a hard one. Just take some time to think about it.
Can I interrupt? Nicola, sorry, I'm gonna steal the show again. Sorry. So sorry. I'm stepping in here. Before we hand over to Nicola, Frank, I want to also share with you what else we have prepared for you. We didn't really know where to start or what to do, because where do you go and what do you get someone who has it all? Charisma, charm, good looks, humor, and the wondrous life of a bachelor. So as a thank you from the team, we have put our heads together and have decided to gift you with a number of things. In the coming days, you'll receive another keepsake. It is some wall art, which consists of 3 framed pictures containing words of appreciation from our team. So words that you've heard today. We hope this will serve as a reminder of the impact you have made within APO. So I'm going to share a picture of it. If you could bear with me, because I do have some technical issues. So I will try share it and the correct one. I think I can do this. Okay. Hopefully you can see this.
I can.
Okay, so that's a picture. It's without the frames or anything like that, but it gives you an idea. Okay, and then in addition to this, we decided, well, because we weren't sure what to get you, because you've got it all, we decided to arrange a specially curated experience for you, to say thank you for all that you've done for us in the company. This experience includes a 3-day all-inclusive trip to Seville, Spain for you and a friend. And I'm hoping I can share the video to give you a little bit of a snippet into what it entails. So again, please bear with me and hopefully it comes up okay.
Do you want me to share?
Yeah, I'm gonna try. So if it doesn't work,
don't worry, I've got it.
Okay, thank you. So here you go. So you have to go into view slideshow BAS and it will be the first 4 slides. And remember to include sound. BAS.
Besides rock, ham is my second next passion, right? My second passion.
We heard. Okay. So, okay, thank you, Bas, for sharing. So there is a little bit of flamenco music that goes with the video. We'll share it with you afterwards.
Sure.
But to give you a bit more detail, we will cover all your travel and in-country expenses for you and a friend from Paris to Seville. You'll be staying at the Radisson Collection in the heart of Seville for the duration of the stay. On day 2 of your experience, you'll be collected from your hotel and taken to a family-run farm and a ham production center in the Arathena Mountains. I hope I said that right, Leila. Here you will discover the secrets of the production of Iberian ham from start to finish. You'll leave the farm with one of their specialty hams, so leave space in your luggage. Afterwards, you will return to the hotel where we'll get you to have a special dinner at a pre-selected restaurant in Seville for you and a guest. And then the next day, you'll have a little bit of time to relax in the hotel and enjoy the city of Seville before flying back to Paris. So after the meeting, I'll share with you all the details of how we get it booked and stuff.
Thank you very much.
Okay. And now I'm going to hand over. Nicola, can I give the show back to you now? So.
You can
Okay.
hear me, right? Properly, yes?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, so Frank, first thing first, I mean, I knew about that party, but I didn't participate. I didn't attend any, rehearsal and stuff, etc. But it seems to me that if in the future, in the coming months or whatever, etc., you apply for a job anywhere, from the UN to Microsoft to whatever, just show them the video. Just show them the recording. Just show them the recording of that thing. I mean, if I was, as an entrepreneur, I think it would be efficient. I think it would do the trick. From the diversity of the team you work with to all the messages. I mean, I think it said it all. Really. So it's valuable in that sense. Anyway, so here's my speech, which I prepared. I started working on it, I think, a month ago, and I tried to make it, meaningful. Francois, as everyone knows, joined APO in 2012. At that time, the company was, I'm not actually sure, but I think we were like 3 or 4, maybe 5. I don't really remember how many we were, but we were very little number of people. And so everyone had to wear multiple hats because that's what happened when you are such a small number of people. And definitely, that's exactly what Frank did. Through his time at APO, Frank touched nearly every aspect of the business, except maybe PR delivery or sales. But I mean, he did, IT, finance, he did a little bit of HR, his sources, suppliers, I mean, all sorts of things. So he was a Swiss Army knife, always stepping in where needed. Having served for 12 years, he could easily write a book about the history of our company. He's seen it all, from the IT nightmares we had. I remember in, I think, 2013 or whatever, where everything was breaking down, everything, all the servers, etc., to that day where we lost our bank account from one hour to the next. We cannot receive money, we cannot pay our staff, we cannot do anything. To all the roller coaster of what is it to develop a company, and all the contingency plans where we are losing that client, or something is not going as we expected, and so we need to find a plan B and sometime a plan C, etc. But also Frank was part of all the wins and all the celebration, and there have been many in the last 12 years. So just to say that the entrepreneurship journey is always complicated, and he was completely at the core of all the decision making, involved in all the the big decisions, the big ups, the big downs, etc., etc. And so, as Francois highlighted on his LinkedIn profile, and I think truly he nails it with that sentence, which I find by chance because I'm building on his profile. Between 2012 and 2024, APO achieved an average annual growth of 35% without any external funding, all while maintaining a positive cash flow. And that is in no small part with the contribution or by Frank. It's really massively thanks to Frank that we managed to do that. And doing that is not easy. It's really not easy. Annual growth average of 35% without external funding, always maintaining a positive cash flow is a very difficult thing to do. And I would have never been never being able to do that without Frank skills, brain, etc., etc. So that achievement of APO is again in part, Frank is like part of the DNA of that thing entirely, completely. As my closest advisor for more than a decade, Frank often grounded me with his sound judgment. We complemented each other perfectly, always striking a balance and always with mutual respect. I mean, on more than one occasion, he quietly stepped in to resolve situation caused by my impatience or frustration. Just happen sometimes to be impatient and frustrated. I can remember several occasions where one way or the other, it is by Frank intervention, either contacting me or contacting my interlocutors, that he managed to resolve situation for always for the interest of the company and our colleagues and well, our family, if you wish. So of course it's impossible to talk about Frank. It's impossible to talk about Frank tenure at APO without mentioning what happened on the evening of November 13, 2015 in Paris. And I'm referring here to the Paris terrorist attack at the Bataclan. On that day in Paris, the attackers killed 130 people, including 90 at the Bataclan theater. Another 416 people were injured, almost 100 critically. And you may not know that, but amongst those critically injured was François Monniard.
Okay, so Beth, would you like us to play the audio now, Nicola?
Amongst those critical injured was François Monniard, my baby brother, and my second in command at APO Group. So now I would like to play an audio recording. It's from an extraordinary emergency meeting we held with all the APO staff in November 16, 2015. It was just 3 days after the Paris attack.
Christine, please. I'm going to make it short. Everybody's attending the meeting right now except Caroline, which is, as you may know, in Dubai. She landed in Dubai yesterday. She'll be in Dubai for the entire week. So you all have the information. So Frank has been shot. He was attending the concert at the Bataclan. He was shot in the abdomen. So I don't want to be too technical, though. I'm gonna make it very short. Since he has been shot, he is between life and death, literally. Nobody can tell if it's going to live or die within the next hours or days. So that's the situation. Of course.
So it took immense courage and determination for my brother to return to work. It took immense courage and determination for my brother to return to work after such an horrific experience. And it is in trying times that a man's heart, will, resilience, and character are truly tested. And so Frank Monia rose to that challenge and proved his strength. And as his WhatsApp profile fittingly states, you can go on his WhatsApp today, he was there and back again. When I first asked Frank to join me at APO 12 years ago, I made it very clear to him, if you don't do the job, you may be my brother, but if you don't do the job, you'll be out. Now 12 years have passed, and I know that having my brother by my side has been one of the greatest privileges of my life. By working alongside him, I got to know my brother even better. I saw just how trustworthy and reliable a man he is. My baby brother has made me proud many, many times. Frank is now and will always be a part of APO DNA. But APO is also forever a part of his. He leaves us with an impressive resume, and any organization will be lucky to have him. So Frank, thank you for all the after hours and all the weekends. Thank you for lending me money when times were tough. Thank you for delaying your own salaries so we could pay our staff. Thank you for never panicking. Thank you for always calming me down. Thank you for being my rock all these years. It's hard for me to see you go because I know it means we'll speak less often. Even though you gave me a year notice to prepare, I still don't feel ready for that. But no matter where you go, I know you will thrive. I know that I will always be proud to call you my brother. Thank you.
Thank you, Nicola. So are you finished? Okay.
I am.
Thank you. Okay, so Frank, we're going to hand over to you for your speech.
Sorry, I just need a second. I had prepared one for tomorrow, actually. Am I supposed to read that one now, or do I still have one tomorrow?
No, tomorrow's not there, so this is your day. So
Okay.
let's hear.
Okay, I'm gonna maybe change it a bit, you know. It is a very weird time for me as well, I must say. I haven't slept for the past 3 nights. I have slept, but I haven't slept very well for the past 3 nights, and I guess there's a lot that's burning under the surface, right? It's very, very strange times to be leaving APO. I guess it's a decision that I made a while ago, and I should be prepared for it. But the fact is, I am not at all as well. I have no plans whatsoever, but it's the way I wanted it to be. So I don't know where I'm gonna be on the 1st of October. I know probably at a rock concert, you know, but that's the only thing I know so far. And I'm not sure I'll find better anywhere, really. I'm not sure I'll find somewhere where I felt not welcome, where I felt I was part of something greater than me, where I've grown to do so many things. I've learned a lot. I've learned so much, you know. I mean, basically, I feel like Nicolas told it, but I do feel like I can do anything now. Really, I don't maybe except build spaceships, you know, but it's probably not that complicated, right? Once you've done that, once you've managed a company for 12 years, I mean, nothing is impossible. I will wake up on Tuesday morning and not knowing what to do with my day for the first time in 12 years. And it's going to be weird. It's going to feel weird. When Nicolas first approached me 12 years ago, I wasn't sure. It was more than 12 years ago, actually, because I took some time to say yes. It took me some time to say yes, but I wasn't too sure, He's my big brother, of course, but we are 12 years apart, so we've never been that close. We didn't. It's not like we really grew up together, and I knew him, of course, but did I really know him? And it's weird, and you never know what it's like working with family, right? You never what if this goes wrong, right? What if you have a really big fight sometime, and how does it impact the rest of your life, basically, right? But happily enough, that never happened, right? Where there were a few tense situations, but we always managed to. We never really got into a fight, I would say. Plus, I was not knowing what I was getting into a lot, right? What did he do actually? What does that African? At the time, it was still Organisation de la Presse Africaine, right? So I had no idea what it was like, and I had no idea what to do, what he was doing. But yeah, it's nearly impossible to summarize those 12 years. I did my best on my LinkedIn profile with that sentence. But so much happened, right? All I know is there is a lot to be proud of. I don't think we were ever handed things over, right, on a silver platter. We weren't given any freebies. We fought for everything we achieved. We went over all the obstacles and crises, and there have been a few. And I'm proud of what APO accomplished. I'm proud of what I accomplished with APO. I'm proud of what I helped APO accomplish. I'm sure there's much more to come in the future. As Nicolas said, the decision to leave has been made quite a while ago. It was a well thought out process. I know what I'm leaving. I don't know what I'm going to get. That sometimes in life you need a change, and I needed a change. I can safely say that I think with the help of the Frank intranet and Bas, as you said, we are very like-minded, and really I couldn't hope for a better replacement, because as you say, we think like, and I think we have a lot in common. And I'm glad that it's you stepping in, right? And it's not. I don't think it's a secret that Nicolas has approached me a few times in the past to say if I never wanted to be the CEO of APO. I don't know. I just felt like it's a lot of responsibility, and I have done that, in anything other than title, I guess, a few times around in APO's life. Maybe I've just felt like it's just too young, or not experienced enough, etc., or it's just too much stress to be the CEO, I guess, at this point. So good luck with that, but I'm pretty sure you're going to be all right. And it's yeah, I'm gonna repeat myself, but it's I think I couldn't leave it. Well, you kind of course you have other responsibilities and stuff, but you kind of feel it from you're going to kind of feel it from my role in the end a bit, and additional stuff, and I really I couldn't think better. I will never forget the people that I've encountered within these 12 years. Some just flashed by. Some have been there for a very long time. So I'm going to give a special shout out to Tracy in particular, and Mala. I think those are the two over, and of course a huge thank you to Nicolas, right, for trusting me all those years. basically handing me the keys over to the company, right? It's never an easy decision when it's your bread and butter, right? It has been wonderful working together, actually. I think it tells a lot that we never really got into a fight, even in tense situations. Said, it's been a bliss, really. And a big thank you to all of you for having been a part of the adventure. Oh, sorry. Give me a second. Okay, much better. So, as I say, a big thank you for having been a part of my adventure, for putting up with my weirdnesses, for putting up with my American of Toulouse accent, right? Because that's the way we call it, American Toulouse. My moments of fire, my moments, because there have been some, my moments of impatience, my moments of doubt, and my moments of tiredness. I wish you all the best, and I wish APO the best, and wherever I land, I'm going to miss you. So thank you all for this moment. Thank you for the awards. Thank you for the crown. So for the trip, it's a very nice surprise. It's a very nice gift. Yeah, I guess that's it.
Thank you very much, Frank. I think we all needed to take a moment after that. That was, I think I speak for majority of us when I say we did not know about November 2015. And so hearing Nicholas on the audio and just knowing how dire the situation was, we are so grateful to have you here with us.
Yeah, I forgot to mention that, right? I guess, yeah, I don't talk about it that much because I don't want to make it like, I don't want to be defined by that, right? It's easy when something like that happens to you to let it become an overwhelming part of your identity, right? And you're the guy that has been shot during a terrorist attack, right? And I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to make it, I don't want to it's of course, it's a defining moment, right? And it's something that stays with you for forever. But you have two ways to deal with that, right? Either you make it something big and you make it and you make your life revolve around it, or you say now it's time to move on. And when I introduce myself to someone, it's not the first thing I say, right?
Okay.
But yes, it's been a strange time strange times as well. Yeah. And I will, by the way, I will never be thankful enough for the support I was shown at this time, particularly by Nicolas.
And I think your attitude towards what happened, I think it reflects how you handle your life generally, even professionally. And I think that's part of what makes you so frank, because you still don't have a word for that. It makes you so frank. So thank you, Frank, again. And thank you to everyone. This brings us to the end of our farewell party. But before we go, I'd like to hand over to Nicholas because he wants to introduce a new section of our town hall meetings going forward. And this section is just about getting to know your colleagues a little bit better.
Yeah, thank you. I think it was, thank you for everyone which put together that meeting. So now the meeting is over, so we can now move to another topic. I want to introduce a new section in the town hall because we understood with time that it's important to better know each other, etc. And the idea is to add that idea that we could share our hobbies or understand to understand who are like what are our hobbies, etc., etc. So to show everyone, I mean, I decided to start with myself, right? So it's the first, like we need to find a name for the section, but the hobby section, whatever, we can repeat that on other journal, etc. So okay, so my hobby. So well, as you may have noticed, I'm kind of passionate by pictures and photos, and I discovered several years ago that association. You know, I live in Portugal, the association of people which are collecting specifically like rare pictures, like pictures which are like the rare kind of picture which you don't find here. So I'm collecting rare pictures. I'm becoming like more and more passionate with that, and I'm a proud actually owner of one very rare picture. Maybe if we can display it, and I will describe it to you. So it's a very rare picture. It's a picture of a future chairman changing the diaper of a future senior vice president finance. So it's a picture of a future chairman changing the diaper of a future vice president finance. It's a very rare picture. You don't have many of those, and so yeah. So that's yeah. So that's a very very unique. That's a very unique asset. You know. Yeah. You don't find that everywhere. You know. Anyway, yeah. Okay. Thank you. I guess that's conclude the meeting. Yeah. Okay. Sylvia, please.
Thank you, Nicholas. And you're right, that's a very rare picture. Your hobby is I feel like it should be somewhere under the section of Ask Frank. It should make it into there.
I see Frank is consterné.
Non, ça va, c'est rigolo. Mais c'est vrai que quand il passe, c'est pas une photo que tu, le thème de la photo est assez particulier, oui. Il doit pas y en avoir des masses. Il doit pas y en avoir des masses des comme ça, ouais.
Frank is saying, well, indeed, when you think about it, it's quite uncommon thematic, and they probably don't have a lot of pictures like this around. Yeah. Okay. Please,
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Nicholas. Thank you so much, Frank. Remember to share with us your pictures when you eventually go on your adventure. And while we don't mean to dictate who you take, maybe you could consider taking an MC who did a good job on your farewell party. And also, thank you so much, Tim, for making time to come for this meeting. It's been wonderful. It's been very eye-opening and very emotional. And thank you so much for those who gave their messages. We really appreciate it. Remember, you can still send your messages to Frank. We leave the chat open for a couple of days more after this. So thank you, Tim.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
So sorry.
Thank you,
Nicholas wants to say something.
Nicolas, you want to say something?
Just maybe then what? Just a like it's a side message to Michelle. So I know in a couple of weeks we're gonna onboard the new executive assistant for BAS, right?
Yes.
So if she needs something or etc. or if she's looking for, don't forget to tell her to ask Frank.
Okay.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you very much for this. It was really nice.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.